Hi friends, this is Lisa, and this video has no real purpose other than for me just to say um, I'm so frustrated with life sometimes, and I get emails from you guys where you pour out your heart to me, and I just want to let you know that I really understand. I'm kind of on the verge of tears. I just got back from the rheumatologist and really got kind of raked over the coals by her because of my weight. I managed to gain 1 pound between Thanksgiving and the end of, well, last week, the whole holidays. And then in the last week, I've gained 3 pounds, which is, I don't understand, because my jaw swelled shut for part of that week, and then I had a molar extracted. So I've been living off of tomato soup and Jello and applesauce. And she basically tried to be mean in order to get me to recognize the seriousness of it. And she quite frankly asked me, what did being on 20 milligrams of prednisone have to do with gaining or losing weight? The truth is, I don't know how we're supposed to do it all. I'm trying so hard to be a good mom. And I'm trying to be a good wife, trying to make sure my husband and I communicate, have deep, meaningful talks without forcing it, trying to play with my kid even though I'm exhausted, trying to have a relationship with God, trying to get to Bible study, and I haven't in 3 weeks. I haven't been to church. I've been trying to take care of myself because my jaw swelled shut and my neck flared frozen. And I'm not sure what the right thing to do is. I mean, do I go down on the prednisone and wean myself down and just stay in bed for 6 weeks and hire a nanny? Or do I continue to gradually gain weight and not be able to get a hold of this, even though I'm eating everything sugar-free, whatever you can imagine, and then die of a heart attack? They keep asking me if the drugs are kicking in that I started in November, but I only had my first dose after the loading period a week ago. And no, the drugs aren't kicking in. I've had 2 of my worst flares in the last week. I had a whole molar extracted on Friday, and my doctor did not return my 2 pages so I could ask her about my medication. Driving home with my husband, I've been just trying to hold back the tears. He didn't say a lot because he knew I wanted to answer, and if I opened my mouth, I would cry. And you know, I shared my scripture with you here last week, Psalm 51:12. Restore to me the joy of your salvation and sustain me with a willing spirit. And you know what? When you pray something, you better ask for strength when God decides to answer your prayer. Because right now I need to be sustained with a willing spirit. My husband took this week off work. He had enough comp time from working overtime, and we hope to just get caught up on things. But it's been me just at doctor's appointments. Yesterday was my son's 8th birthday, and it was fabulous. We just pulled in the driveway. I thought my husband might get 1 hour to himself, and my car has a flat tire. So he's out there now trying to get the temporary tire on and go down and get another one. He came in and asked me about new tires, and I said that wasn't budget right now. You know what? I am very, very, very blessed. I've got an amazing husband, and I've got a great kid, and I've got a roof over my head, and I can still put one foot in front of the other most days. So I'm not here to complain. But on the way home, thinking about how I was feeling, I just wanted you to know that this is the woman behind the curtain. If you've watched Wizard of Oz lately. I've talked about my book Mosaic Moments, and it's real and raw. And you know what? That's what this is behind this ministry. It's me getting berated by her doctor just like you, being told to do the impossible, trying to have a spiritual life and communicate with others and let your child know they're loved and that you love spending time with them and trying to do it all, and then everybody tells you to take care of yourself, and no matter what you do, it just doesn't seem like enough. So know that I understand the struggle, and I am praying that God will give me the willingness to sustain, and that I'll keep coming back to Him always, no matter how bad things may be or difficult they may get. I know that God is on the throne, and my circumstances will never, ever change that. God will always be on the throne. But I'm also searching for how to be who He wants me to be. I may not have the perfect idea of who He wants me to be, but I know a lot of the steps I could take. But how do I choose one step over another? This is one of the greatest challenges of living with a chronic illness. And I don't throw that term chronic around loosely. God could heal me in an instant. And for right this moment, He's chosen not to. And so I know there's a purpose. But there's those days where it just feels overwhelming. And I just want you to know that when I get up in the morning, and I pray for all of you here at Rest Ministries, this is the Lisa that's praying for you. I can't get down on my knees physically, but my spirit is there with you. And it's kneeling before Him, asking for wisdom and grace and mercy and patience and joy and all those things for you and for me. Thanks for listening.